Hello, happy 2024. Of course, we're going to start a new year with a Variant Hunter episode, so let's get right to it. First, the newest acquisition, Pipe Dreams 3D. A cute little puzzle game, kind of like the board game Pipeworks. But with this one, we have a funny little tale of a corrected UPC tale. Oh, that's not going to thing. There you go. So basically, I'll do this in post. The barcode under here is actually twice wrong. One, it's at the top. Two, the barcode is like upside down and flipped, so the bars are wrong. It was just chaos. There actually is a corrected UPC code printed version, and then this one. In all of my travels, all the sealed copies of this sticker corrected one have the sticker. So it's probably just the two copies for that. Our next sticker variant is a fun one because the imagination goes wild wondering what the phone calls between USA Network and EA and Sony's publishing plant were. So, Xena, Warrior Princess. Fun game, a little rough on the controls, but fun game. If you've ever bought or seen used copies, usually the USA sticker is just destroyed. It's not from wear. In the original print runs of the game, this sticker was right here, but then the security seal was applied across it. So when you got home and you ripped off the security seal, you took parts of the sticker with you. Now, in a normal environment, it wouldn't matter. It's your copy of the game. No one cares. But if you're a USA Network exec walking into a GameStop, EB Games, or Babbage's at the time, who made gutted copies, this is what you saw on the shelves, and if you spent a few $1 million making stickers to promote your network on a game, you wanted to make sure that sticker looked gorgeous. So it was discovered that they made new copies of the game with the sticker actually on the shrink wrap. I actually pulled my sticker off and applied it to the jewel case just to keep it. It's actually really easy to spot. I'll throw up some pictures in post. So you have sticker on the case and sticker on the shrink wrap variants because someone didn't like that their name got ripped off by the security seal. Our next party member is going to be Agile Warrior. And this one is really fun. So first things first. Originally I had on the site that both the jewel case and the long box were a double ring variant. And thanks to our sealed game friend, I was wrong. And he showed me that, yes, he showed me that it's actually a single ring version that should be in the jewel case. And I was like, sweet, found the copy, made the swap on site, thought everything was over. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to go back on to eBay and just make sure that, you know, there isn't a two-ring variant. And instead, what I found was chaos. And that is with the second copy of Agile Warrior in the jewel case. And this comes to us as a single ring hub, but the single ring is huge. Like, when I first saw it, I just started crying. And just to compare, it's huge. Now, that in itself is not a manufacturing error. That's actually just the mold of whatever machine printed this. And the machine that printed this is not in the same manufacturing plant as this one. This one, and I believe the long box, have IFPI numbers of IFPI-50, whatever. That signifies that it was printed at Sony's Indiana plant. This particular copy of Agile Warrior on the back has an IFPI number of 72, whatever. This version was manufactured in New Jersey. To add to the fun, when I flipped it over to see the IFPI number, I discovered it's also technically a misprint because it has the purplish blue bottom where there wasn't enough dye in the machine to give it the proper black PlayStation bottom. So in one disc, you have a hub variant, a manufacturing plant variant, and a misprint. This is why I do what I do. It's an amazing adventure. Finally, on the adventure, we actually have the one that's going to make hearts cry. For everyone who said they have a complete long box variant subset, I have sad news. You no longer have a complete set. So this one was an interesting run. It started off with my one copy, and I was like, cool, it's all good. Paid nothing, paid it no mind. Until a friend of the site was like, hey, just give you a heads up, you actually are missing a ring variant. I have a 2-ring. I have a 2-ring, and he had a 1-ring. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. So I went on eBay, and sure enough, super easy to find, snagged it, whatever. Now, while this isn't Spider-Man, relax. While that variant was in transit, I noticed my personal copy of the manual was kind of a little bit eh. So I ordered a spare manual that just happened to have a spare copy of the memory card stickers. Cool. And when the manual came in, I was met with a shock because I went to go put it into the case and discovered the replacement manual was in color on the back. My copy was black and white. So that started a spreadsheet. And in going to swap out the cases, discovered another little fun thing. On the very bottom of the case, in the fine print, on mine, it says UC designation. All right, cool, whatever. On that copy, that extra copy I bought to replace the other one, it says NTSC UC designation, which means we now have 2 discs, 2 manuals, and 2 inserts. Now, knowing the chaos, what EB Games and Babbage's and GameStop at the times disc swapping, and if you don't know what that, or gutting, if you don't know what that means, that's when you take the disc out, put it in the drawer, and put it on the wall, be it new or used. 99% of the time, when a game is gutted, and I worked there for 13 years, trust me on this, 99% of customers and 99% of employees didn't care. They didn't. As long as it was the right game in the right case, both sides were cool. The customer, because they just wanted the game to play. The employee, looking for the best copy of the disc, so they wouldn't have to worry about a return or a possible defect, like a replacement. So, knowing that I now had 3 possible problems as far as variants, that's when I went on to eBay and Mercari and just sat there for, I think it was 3 hours, looking over every copy they had, tracking what manual it came with, what disc it came with, and what back insert it came with. I can determine with most certainty that right now we are looking at 3 different Kileaks. The first would be what I would assume would have been the first release, which is the 2-ring with the back color manual and the NTSC designation. That was probably printed in a smaller run, and I'll get to that in a sec for my belief on that, because Sony wasn't sure how it did. It ends up doing decently well to where they could say, okay, we'll reprint it again, but this time we'll strip the manual back of color just to save the 2 cents per copy. Now, this reprint will have the 1-ring and the 2-ring, the black manual back, and then this will be just UC designation on the back, no NTSC. So yeah, so I apologize for ruining any of those full sets for long box subsets. Blessedly, not including the memory card sticker, these were super easy to find. I literally, even in doing in the 3 hours of research, it was an easy fix and repair. That does that, guys. As a quick, kind of, I guess, business announcements, if you will, if you want to call it that, 2024 is going to be a building year for me with the site. And having explained what I have planned in the 200th episode, that is going to continue. Don't worry, there's no more stuff. A couple of people have said, like, how come you're trying to do so much? Just like finish up one thing and then get to the next. The problem is, in most things, I can't, because there's not a finish line to that. Also, I have really bad ADHD as far as whatever I can't remember the real term is for it. But, like, I can't do one thing for a long time. Like, in an hour, I'll have done 7 things. Even just trying to work on Game-Rave, I'll jump from, like, a code check to just doing a review to grabbing some screenshots to, like, it's bad. Having all of that to do, be it the genre pages, the magazine ads, the screenshots, it allows me to at least focus by always having something to do. Plus, it makes the site look good. That aside, I need to share this visually, and I cannot put into words the gratitude and validation and thank you I have for all of you so far. In the last episode, I mentioned the Dollar Project, where I was just trying to see if people would be willing to help fund, because as we add more screenshots and we add more pages and we add more variants, the costs of the site are going to rise. And within 2 days of that video going public, we are publicly funded for 3 months. And when I say publicly funded, I mean I have already sent all the money you guys donated to my host provider, and we are good to go. That's never happened for the website. Even back when I was doing Patreon, the Patreon was more for just helping with getting new equipment, be it the lights or the microphone, etc. I've never put myself in the public trust, and it is terrifying and it is scary, but it is also very, very uplifting, and as I said, very, very validating. Like, I am still in shock. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, check out the link below in the video description. It really is fun. It's completely free. It's basically just affiliate links, and we do have direct payments for those that don't want to use the affiliate links. It's incredible. Like, guys, it's so amazing. Other than that, guys, it's 2024 and we're off to a fucking amazing start. Thank you so much for everything you guys do, for watching, for using the website. It's going to be a fun ride. And of all the things I am working on, if the building I'm doing for 2024 works out, 2025 is going to be a hell of a shock for you guys. I'll see you then. Take care.